Alright, Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Baruch Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Baruch Hashem, Baruch HaKodash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of great will still at all, and Shalom unto the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved. On the Brother Kalam for the GMS UK London forecast camp, coming back at you and unless to help edify those of which I spoke of. So I just saw this story come up on my newsfeed, YouTube suggestions, and I clicked on it, excuse me, excuse me, and I clicked on it thinking it was a recent video, but it's actually from 2 years ago. But it's still pertinent because it shows the former, what would you call him, MP, Matt Hancock, walking through the subway on the London Underground, and he's getting challenged by someone who's questioning the narrative on the C19 thing. And he's basically calling him out as if he's a murderer because he's bringing out the facts on his ass. Now, I found this interesting because it goes to show, in a sense, that when this goes down in this time, in this society, when this all goes apart, a lot of people are going to be wanting answers, and they're not going to regard their kings or their princes, which is a fulfillment of 2 Esdras, the 15th chapter. But before I get into that piece, let me play a little bit of this so you can see what I'm saying.
Secretary of State, and you were lying to the British people. Why was hydroxychloroquine prohibited? Why was it prohibited?
Excuse me.
This is Matt Hancock, right? You can't touch me. I'm walking in it. This is a public space. There you go, Matt. You try everything, don't you? Just answer the question. It's a simple interview. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here, won't you? Hey, you wanted to go to the nation. You wanted to tell your book that jumped in 191. Now just stop for a second and have a conversation. You talk to the media by yourself. On the BBC by yourself, don't you? Hey? Do you know who I am? You know what? Hey,
Don't push me. Don't push me.
Did touch you?
You did. You just pushed me.
Did I really? I'm looking at talking to her.
I think you should talk to the lady.
No, you go downstairs. You don't even know what I'm doing. Do you know who I am? This is my tango. Stay away from me. Stay away from me. If you stop the journalist, you stop the BBC. Now, do you class it as harassment? Right? And please class it as harassment. But the simple fact is, you harassed me in my home. You unlawfully locked down 94, 95, well, 64 million people in this country with your lies and your thoughts. Stay away from me. Please don't do this. You lied to the British people. You banned hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin on the word of Chris Whitty. He told me to look at the recovery trial study. Right? With the overdose patients by 2,400 milligrams of hydroxychloroquine. You are busted. Matt Hancock, you are busted.
No.
Yes, you are. Out to sell your book, out to self-promote yourself. Remember when I caught you sneaking around?
No.
Borough Council, talking just to the councillors, the Tory councillors.
Please stop.
See what you did then?
Please stop shouting. Please stop shouting.
Carry on.
Please speak to the staff.
You don't even know who he is. You know who he is? Shut up. This is not your job. This is not your job. Please do. Shut up. Just breathe in and speak to yourself. You're not very bright, that's why you're working down here. This man here murdered British people and you're happy with that. You're defending the murderer. Eh? We're going to get this in court, aren't we, Matt? We're going to get you, you lying son of a bitch, in court, aren't we? You murdering scumbag. Medazalan murders. Eh? I can't. I'm recording, can you see? So, Matt, let's have a sit down and have a gentleman debate. We should talk to in the media. Protected by the press. Appreciate what? Appreciate you being defended, you murdering bastard. This is Matt Hancock, the murderer. Eh?
On the train, I'm leaving the station. I'm going to get with the gentleman on the train.
Thanks for that.
So please don't do this. Please.
This is Matt Hancock, the murderer. Matt Hancock.
You see how useless this woman is as well. constantly natting her away. Please don't do this, sir. Please don't do this. She has no authority, man. That's why these women aren't fit for these type of roles. Not to say that she should just not do anyway, because this is all deserved on Matt Hancock's part, because he's one of the main people that was pushing for the lockdowns. So it's no surprise that the general public now are going to be out for blood, so to speak, because they were pissed off about having their lives taken away and their freedoms taken away. So this is all poetic justice in a sense for Matt Hancock.
Dazzle murderer. Matt Hancock. That's happy to go on to celebrity. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. Well, you're a celebrity. Get you in prison. Get you in prison. Harassing? Have you said harass? Great. How about 1964 million people you harassed when you're locking Lotus down on your COVID frauds? You lying son of a bitch. You back off. Yeah, politician, the scalp.
Sir, please don't do
Hey,
that. Please,
look at him with a little sorry face.
Sir, please
You
don't
locked
do
down
this.
everybody in this country. You harassed me. Police
Sir,
arrested me 16 times.
please
Oh,
don't
looking at
do
him now, look.
this. Please
Looking
don't
at
do
him.
this.
Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me.
Please don't do this. I beg
Get
you.
your hands off me.
Sir, please.
Just shut up.
Please don't do this.
Right?
You're being rude.
Please, sir.
So, very simple questions, Matt Hancock. Sat down in your ass and car.
I'm begging you.
Just shut your mouth for a second. Let him answer his questions. That's all I'm doing.
I don't think this aggression is appropriate from you.
Hey?
I don't think this aggression is appropriate.
Oh, it's
towards
aggression,
the
is it?
It is, towards the London Underground.
Oh, the London Underground. So you'll try everything, won't you? That's a political answer. So Matt Hancock, now that we're sat to each other, now that the BBC that never asked you these questions, I'm going to ask you, why did you get thousands and thousands of doses of midazolam just before the COVID lie? Why did you prohibit hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin? Did Chris Whitty tell you that? Because the recovery trial study, have an education now, the recovery trial study, they overdosed the patients by 2,400 milligrams of hydroxychloroquine, killing at least 26 people. Shut up a second, will you please? 26 people, right, killing 26 people with the hydroxychloroquine by 2,400 milligrams of hydroxychloroquine. Right, this here guy now is now being protected by this lady who hasn't got a clue what's going on. This guy here has been arrested 16 times on this lies. This guy unlawfully unlocked me in my house, in my home. Right? Yeah, just sit yourself down. Just sit yourself down. Sit yourself down.
I'm really sorry about this.
About what? He's murdered people in this country. You're an idiot. And he counts on people like you. He counts on people taking the vaccine. Counts on people wearing the mask. This is Matt Hancock, the murderer. Matt Hancock, that locked people down the homes unlawfully under the guise of the COVID fraud. Yeah? Chris Whitty locked down this country for hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin treatments for COVID-19. If we've got a treatment, we don't need a lockdown. Not one person needs to die or lose their limbs or brain clot.
Right, as you can see, this is just reality coming out and confronting this politician in his face. Now, there's going to be a lot more of this as we come towards the end of this society, because people are going to lose a lot more of their liberties and they're not going to take it lying down. But in a sense, that's what Esau wants, because if the people do rise up, then Esau has the excuse to come down heavy with a hammer and bring in the martial law. You know, but the point of the matter is that these people have had enough. They've been pushed to breaking point, and soon they're going to snap. So let's get this precept, 2 Esdras 15. This is it. 2 Esdras 15, starting at verse 14. Woe to the world and to them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Yeah, so it's going to get to a point where people are going to no longer regard their so-called rulers, their kings and their princes, people are going to take matters into their own hands and start going wild out here, man. It says, for there shall be sedition amongst men, meaning uprisings, and invading one another. So people are going to be breaking into each other's homes and taking what they've got just to survive. And they shall not regard their kings nor princes, so they're no longer going to be listening to the rule of authority of the government, right? And the course of their actions shall stand in their power, meaning that these people are going to take matters into their own hands to survive, because it's going to get wild out here. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, because there's going to be a checkpoints and lockdowns enforced. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, their houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah. Excuse me. It's lucky I've got a blocked nose. There we go. That's the point I wanted to make of that. Yeah, so these politicians like Matt Hancock, they're going to have a lot to answer for because people aren't stupid anymore. People are starting to clock on to what the deal is. And whereas before these politicians were able to come in and push their policies and then slip into the shadows and get away with it, those times are coming to an end. Because now the people are going to start hunting for these politicians which they believe have destroyed their lives. And they're not going to let them go very easily. So yeah, I thought this lesson, I thought this video was a good example of that. And again, unfortunately, this man was charged with harassment because this happened 2 years ago. But, it's on point because it shows you that when things go down this next time, people are not going to take it lying down. And they're going to be looking for answers for their so-called politicians. And they're not going to regard their kings or their princes. So Lord, Philly, that was an edifying lesson. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Bahashem, Rachakodash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of great bills to the well, and shalom unto the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved. And I'll catch you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Shalom for now.